Hello and welcome once more to DETV, the mostly weekly show where we talk about dice. Hi everybody in the chat, a lot of activity. No, you didn't miss it. Congratulations. Majestic Goose Network, good to see you. Majestic Goose Network, just so the rest of you know, also streams on Twitch and they have a lot of awesome shows. So if you're looking for some new material, definitely check them out. All right, let's jump into it. A lot of familiar faces. Hi, everybody. Yesterday, we dropped a brand new metal set. Let's take a look at that. It's called Doom Space. Dun, dun, dun. Why is it called Doom Space? That's because that's what Maria called it. She was like, this gives vibes, and those vibes are Doom Space. This is a great color shifting metal set. We've had a couple of these in the past, but don't have one currently in stock, so this is a welcome addition. And this one, I think, is the first time also that this is the first mold we've released with these sort of flames or blades. Like half the office calls them flames, half the office calls them blades. I think it largely depends on whatever ink color it is. On this set is whether or not they look like flames or blades. So let's go with blades this time. But yeah, Doom Space, really awesome color shifting, and let's take a look at that up close and personal because the color shifting is kind of hard to find in a static photo, weirdly enough. So let's roll these bad boys out. Yeah, flame blades, BP Dub, thank you. That should be the compromise. They're flame blades. All right, here we go. So, hard to see still, but we'll hold them up close. Let me grab our Infinity here that Dylan made, put together. Okay, so you're going to have to forgive the lighting in here. You know I always complain about color temperature on these cameras, but you can sort of see like purple, right? And then as I shift, it looks sort of yellowy, but it's actually like green, like a shimmery green tint that pops up. And it just makes this really cool, like sci-fi vibe effect. I don't know if it has like an official effect name in the office. I'm kind of bad at keeping up with those because I don't do any of the ordering, so I just like make stuff up for the show. But it is really cool. It's color shifting, color changing effect there. Let me see if it will pop back up, or let's see how it looks on other die. Where's the D20? Oh, right in the middle. All right, here we go. So yeah, if you can see, kinda, it's like predominantly purple most of the time. But yeah, if you catch it, actually, I have a window right here. I'm gonna try to get some of this daylight on it. If you catch it in the right, that you can see a little bit better there. If you catch it in the right light, you get that green shimmery effect. I'm really bummed. I should have tested this before. You can see it there. Yeah, like it looks a little yellow on my screen, but it's like flecks of like goldy neon green. It's really cool. But yeah, this is an awesome set. A great feel, obviously, because it's a metal set, so it's got good weight to it. And yeah, when I was doing the trying to figure out what to talk about in the newsletter last week, I was able to dive in. The first thing I thought of with the title Doom Space was like Guardians of the Galaxy, neon colors but in space like vibe, and that got me thinking about like the warp points when they do those warp jumps, and then like everybody's face stretches out and they're all screaming and stuff. That's a lot of fun. I like that scene. So then I was like, well, what other sci-fi stuff is there that we can dip into for silly references? And yeah, so I looked up Cyberpunk. Is it called 2077? I think that's it. It's a video game and a board game, I believe. And it sounds awesome. So I looked up, and Keanu Reeves is involved, which like it's going to be good if he's involved. So duochromatic, Maria says, for the name of the effect. Duochromatic. I like that. It's very official sounding. Duochromatic. Cyberpunk sounds awesome. All I did was read the Wikipedia to try to like, get a sense of what it was like or things I could reference in the copy. And it just sounds crazy. Like, I guess the setup, I don't think this is a spoiler, but part of the setup is that like I think you or someone that you're playing with or one of the NPCs has to like take a chip and like put it in their head as a way to transport it, which is just bonkers. So I'm gonna not check that out because I don't think I have any of the stuff you can run it on. Like my computer is too crappy and I don't have any consoles that aren't Switch. So maybe one day when I have millions of dollars and all of the time in the world, we're gonna have to watch Polygon's old TTRPG actual play one shot in the office. I'm wondering if that's a Cyberpunk one shot, and if it is, we should definitely do that. Because that will help me understand what the hell's going on. But also, it just sounded crazy. So, Doom Space. Let's read Maria's copy, especially since she's here. I like to read it in front of her. Maria puts a lot of work into these copies, so I am happy to give them all the attention they are due. Doom Space. If you can get past the jagged shards, it's really not so bad. It used to be a crystalline sphere of protection, but what you gonna do? What's that? Oh, that's the Eye of Doom. Yeah, the gods collapsed the sun. Not ideal. It keeps devouring everything else in the system, but, it keeps the rent cheap. I think actually that copy is what made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy, because the gods collapsed the sun, followed by the Eye of Doom, reminded me of Nowhere, where they go in Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, I'm rambling. Doom Space is awesome. You should check it out. There are much better. Dylan managed to capture some of the green shade really well in the steady photos. Yeah, it's just there for an instant. It's it just catches your eye. But anyway, go to the site, check them out, check out the better photos, and see those. Yes, Cyberpunk one shot. Okay, yes, we should definitely watch that in the office because Cyberpunk sounds awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the code because I want to make sure that our Twitch people always get to see our 10% discount code, and for this week it's going to be CASE, and that's a reference to the sci-fi book Neuromancer, which I can kind of recommend. It's an extremely cool story. I have read it, and I will say the content is awesome. I will also say, though, that the writing style is confusing, tedious, maybe. Causes you to have to read it really slowly and many times. So if you're not a super patient reader, then maybe skip it or, read the Wikipedia. But Neuromancer is what it's called. It's a classic, and the content, like I said, very awesome. So if you're a patient reader, then go for it. Okay, I want to follow up. Oh, and then on the newsletter also, there's a little link here to a new Spotify playlist that we put together. It's for the Doom Space set, so it was inspired by Doom Space because we're releasing a metal set called Doom Space. The first thing that came to mind after Guardians of the Galaxy was Doom Metal, and I was like, well, that'd be cool if we had a Doom Metal playlist that you could play during D&D or any other game night. So now we have one. It's supposed to be Doom Metal. If you're not familiar with Doom Metal, it's heavy metal, but it's slow and sort of I don't know, I'm not good at this, dark, bassy feeling. The attributed inspiration band, I think, for Doom Metal is Black Sabbath. So if you're familiar with Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, it's along that vein. But all the tracks on the playlist are instrumental so that you can play it without hearing having to sing along to Ozzy Osbourne, basically. So there's a lot of cool stuff in there. Definitely go check it out. And we have a couple other playlists in there that I also did a scrub of to get rid of the tracks that no longer exist on Spotify. So those should be good to go. And yeah, I don't know, just something fun to play while you're playing. So that was, okay, Doom Metal. Oh, DE Swag. Okay. So also in the newsletter, we wholly announced that we recently put up some new accessories on the site. And I know I kind of flashed a couple of those a couple streams ago, but I'm just going to he did Legend Eric. He did a farewell concert. I'm I'm sorry when I just switch topics mid-sentence, but it's because the chat catches my eye and I'm just like going with it. Legendaric says he did a farewell concert, didn't he? And yes, he did. It's Ozzy Osbourne that we're talking about now. And he did a concert for charity. I think this was like last week or the week before. Apparently it was a huge success for charity. They raised like a ton of money. I don't know. I feel like I saw a headline that said the most, but I don't know what that means. So, but yeah, it raised a ton of money for charity. I think it was like children's healthcare and then like Parkinson's research. So that's awesome. And I also heard that I didn't see any, but I also heard that he performed like on a chair, which is pretty cool because like he's like old enough and in a state to where he needs to perform on a chair, but like agrees to go out and perform on a chair, which is super cool. So yeah, I do know some people who watched it. They said it was great. I have not, but if you're into Black Sabbath, definitely check it out. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Legendaric. I didn't want to miss that. So going back to swag. So I put swag and then I put question mark in parentheses because I don't know if swag is still the term. And I don't even know like how long ago swag was the term. And maybe it's never been the term. Maybe that's only what it is when it's corporate swag because I think that's a thing. But I don't know what else to call it because I'm not a child with cool lingo anymore. So if anyone has a better name, maybe I'll go onto the site and rename all of our categories, but probably not. So we're calling it swag. And essentially, it's just brand new accessories that we kind of created and had around the office for a little while. The origin story of most of these items is just like we were sitting around a table and we were like, one of us is like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if, and then like insert, we made, insert noun, insert adjective or whatever. It's just like brainstorming time for a little while there turned into let's see what it would look like, let's get some time. So we had a bunch of stuff lying around the office essentially for a little while, and now we put all that stuff on the site because we shouldn't be the only ones who have access to the very cool pouch of probability. This is the same style of drawstring pouch that if you've ordered from us before you may have gotten a version of. Usually it's got our logo on it and it comes in a variety of colors depending on what we've ordered recently or not so recently. But yeah, this is a pouch of probability. It's in a beautiful bluish, it's actually not that blue, but it's got like a hint. It's got a hint of blue in the green. It's green obviously, but it's got like a tiny hint of blue. If I compare it, if you happen to have a green dice tray at home, you can get an idea of what it would look like shade wise. And obviously you can go online and look at Dylan's awesome photos. But yeah, so it's just got a touch of blue in it. It's beautiful. It's got the silver imprint. It says pouch of probability. I got to put together this little vector and we sent it in and it's like hot stamped silver on there. Drawstring, holds dice. It's currently holding some of Dave's dice, which you're not allowed to see yet because we're going to do another Dave talk in the future, and these are the dice for that. But anyway, yeah, so it's a lot of people ask us on customer service and socials whether or not we will sell our little bags that we sometimes send with orders separately, and the answer is no, because we need them to send with orders. We're actually like really low, so for the last few deliveries we haven't been sending them. We've been sending our other little logo bags instead. This is TMI. But knowing that we get a lot of requests for drawstring bags, we were like, well, we have this cute idea, let's make it happen. Pouch of probability, it's a little bit more generic, so you don't have to go flaunting dice envy, although I'm sure you all would be proud to. But yeah, it's a great little pouch. Another fun, this was definitely, I think this is a Dylan thing. Dylan was like, or maybe it was a Maria thing, but then Dylan put it together. But it's a keychain. Yeah, I think it was a Maria thing. I think I'm remembering the conversation now. It's a keychain that has a +1 to investigation written on it, and it's got a little magnifying glass that Dylan put back there. And it's so that, like, if you're looking for the idea, I think, and Maria, you can correct me, the idea, if you're looking for your keys, it adds +1 to investigation on looking for your keys. This is what working for Dice Envy is like. We make silly jokes, have silly ideas, and then if we can afford it, we try to make them happen. So, keychain, +1 investigation. It's got both like a normal loop for keys, and it also has a little clasp guy, so you can, like, I don't know, put it on your pants or your purse thing or whatever. Like, it's got options. So that's pretty cool. We'll keep it going here. Button pins, more silly stuff. There was the idea to do clasp pins. That's Druid. It says Wrath of Nature and just has the Druid symbol. Will we do the rest of the classes? That remains to be seen. But we started with this one. It's bright green. It's wonderful. You can put it on your shirt. And then we did another pin. I just had to wipe it off because I think it has my thumbprints all over it. But you are what you eat. It's a gelatinous cube. So, like, the art that I did for the gelatinous icosahedrons that we sell, that go on the stat cards for those, I yanked that, put it on a pin, and it says, you are what you eat. And it's got a little skelly guy in there, and he's got a shield and a sword, and he's been eaten, and so now he's just bones. But I don't know, I think it's funny. I think I came up with this one, and I still think it's funny. So yeah. Let's see, pop those on here. I'm noticing a trend that I feel like I am just now noticing, is that we like to make green stuff, and that continues with slap bracelet. Slap bracelet ruler. These we did not design. These we just got. We just saw them, and we were like, we have to have them. It's a slap bracelet ruler. That's the long and short of it. But think of all the uses. What if you are playing a war game and the movement is based on measurement? I think there's a lot of those, like, squad games or whatever, where it's like there's not a grid, it's like 5 inches forward depending on what you roll. I'm pretty sure that's true. Ruler, and you could just have it on you at all times. What if you're playing Star Wars miniature combat game, and it's the same story, but now you have to worry about things like line of sight and how much cover your mini has, etc., etc. Ruler. I mean, I think actually in the Star Wars game, it's only like kind of helpful if you're in short range and looking for your line of sight, because I've played that a few times, and it sometimes ends up being like 4 feet of yarn that we're using. But if you're not, if you're in close quarters, there you go, boom, line of sight. What if you're playing D&D and you need to know whether or not you're in 60 feet, and now I'm wondering if this is, oh yeah, it's 6 inches, and that's not 60 feet. Maybe it is. I don't know. Someone will have to correct me on that later. But anyway, you have a spell, and you're like, can I hit that person over there? Boom! Slap bracelet. Also, slap bracelet. Like, who doesn't miss these? I mean, assuming that you had a childhood where, you know, you were allowed to have fun, these should be pretty familiar. So yeah, pretty great. Slap bracelet. Oh, also, it's not just in green. We got these in blue also. There's like a pale blue color, but I don't have them with me. But yeah, clearly we like to make neon green things. All right, key pen. This one's pretty self-explanatory too. It's a pen in the shape of a key. Look, it's a pen. It's a ballpoint pen. It writes, here, I got something. Oh wait, there's a little piece of plastic on it, and after you take that off, it writes, evidence that it writes. See? And I actually feel like I'm gonna put that back on. Maybe it's not a ballpoint pen. No, it is. It's just really tiny and it's like inky. So yeah, it's ballpoint. This is irrelevant. We got a pen in the shape of a key. We have this one. I'm pretty sure is a Dylan idea. He was like, I want a magnet to put stats on my stuff. I don't know if Dylan's here to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And so he designed, or actually no, I think I designed this, but I took his idea and put together a design, and then we ordered it on magnets. It's a stat block, quick reference stat block for your stuff, for your metal stuff that a magnet will stick to. So far, the only example that we've actually used in the office is our mini fridge, but we have, and it's cool. So you can like take this little guy and you could put like mini fridge. And it has hit points. How many hit points does it have? Probably like a lot. I mean, the mini fridge is going to be hard to take down. I'm going to give it like 150 hit points. It's got an armor class. I feel like it could take damage pretty easily, even though you might have to damage it a lot to get it to stop working. I'm going to say armor class of like, what's reasonable? I think 12. Let's do 12. And then damage threshold is the last thing, and that's for inanimate objects in Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't actually remember how that works, so I'm going to leave that one blank, but you can look up the rules and find out and put whatever you want. And you can put little like smiley faces on it, whatever. You can do whatever you want. This is a dry erase marker. It's dry erase friendly, so you can, buy one and reuse it a bunch of times, essentially. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, and then last but definitely not least, temporary tattoo. This is fun, and we're actually gonna have another one coming soon. So far it's just one, but when I made the page, I just called it temporary tattoos because I want to make so much more. There's one more coming soonish, I think like maybe next month, that we put together, which I'm very excited about. But this one is a heart. I think this was Joni's idea for the temporary tattoo. It was a heart. It's very like classic sailor. I don't know if that's a good reference. Tattoo. Not sailor, but like, I don't know. Like vintage cartoons tattoo. Like something Popeye would have on his arm. And it's got little flowers up there, and then it says DM. So it's like a mom, like a heart mom tattoo, but DM instead of mom. Very cute. Joni did the sketch. I should have pulled that up because it's super cute. She did like a color pencil like sketch for this, and then I brought it into Illustrator. And I have it here, and it's confusing because when you look at it, it's backwards, but then you put it on, and it's like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah, and it works, and it's awesome, and we tested it out. And I did bring a wet washcloth here to put one on. But I'm also having, I just cut my nails, and I'm having trouble peeling the protective, the backing off. So this may or may not happen. I'm just going to scan the chat real quick. Water resistant material. There's probably a lot of those here. I'm going to assume, Rivers, that you were referring to the slap bracelet, maybe? And yes, water resistant. It's like coated in like a why am I blanking on this? Like cooking stuff that is oven safe. It's coated in that. Somebody put the name for that in there. But yeah, absolutely waterproof. Okay, so like it's easy. You put it on. It works just like a classic temporary tattoo. Classic Americana style. Thank you, Maria. It's a classic Americana style design. You put wet washcloth or like a wet paper towel. I think the first one I did was a wet paper towel. That totally worked. Other absorbent, a sponge. You could use a sponge. Silicone. Thank you. God, I hate it when like you just, there's like a word and it's a very common word and an easy word. You just blank on it. Yeah. And then you hold it. You're supposed to count to 30 on the directions, which we also include for those of you who did not have childhoods or who are maybe still experiencing yours and are going to get this for the first time. We have little instructions here so that you're not left out. Peel the protective layer is the implication. Place it on your arm. Wet it for 30 seconds. I should have also put like hold, but I'm really counting on people knowing how to do a temporary tattoo. And then after about 30 seconds or less, I feel like it has been, but we should be okay. You just peel it off, and there you go. You have a temporary tattoo that says DM on it. And it's a great gift for a DM, obviously, but also a great gift for players because like, what if you and your whole adventuring party show up to the table in like cut-off shirts and like denim vests and stuff, and then you're all wearing your I heart DM tattoo? Wouldn't that be so nice? Wouldn't your DM love that? I would if I were your DM. Yeah, so anyway, that's all the swag. Again, I don't know if it's actually called swag, but that's what we're calling it. We're gonna live out our lives in 2006 terms or whatever that would be. All right, I'm gonna take all this stuff out because now we're gonna get to the good part, the exciting part. Oh, and I have a brand new idea for this, so we're gonna try something new. We're gonna do a dice giveaway. And the new thing, put that there, is that we are going to let you decide which set gets given before it gets given. So we're going to do a two-part thing here. And first I will show you what the options are. So I was in the office, what's today, Tuesday? I was in the office yesterday and found a couple odds. I have a box. Like, we all have our own little like cubbies. It's a cubby. It's mounted on the wall. It's like a little box. It has our name on it, or our nickname in the case of some people. And I was like trying to just sort it out, not clean it out, but like, you know, make it a little bit more organized. And I found some sets in there that had been put in my box for a reason a very long time ago, and that reason became null and void. And so now I just have these sets and nothing to do with them. And I was like, you know what would be great is to offer them up on DETV. So that's what we're doing today. The first set that's eligible for a giveaway is the one that we talked about, Doom Space. Brand new metal set. It's an 8-piece set. It's a metal set. This is a great giveaway. Another reason why I'm trying this new method is because I find myself wanting to do giveaways every stream, and I feel like that's probably untenable. So if we do this, hopefully it's more exciting, more rewarding, because it's metal dice, and then we can do them less often, or maybe I can convince myself that it's okay to do them less often. We'll see how that goes. But what's important is that Doom Space is the first set that's up for grabs today. So we're going to be giving away one set of dice, but we're going to have 3 options of which one that is. One of the sets that I found in my box is something that we don't carry, and I believe it's sort of like a sample set that we talked about a couple times. It's a 7-piece set. I just counted to make sure. It's a 7-piece set. It's something that our manufacturer sent us. So like if you did get one of these, it would have been like in a mystery metal, or maybe probably more likely a pound of dice bag in just pieces. So it's this gold metal. It's sort of a brush, got like a brushed effect on the gold. And then it's a rose design. There's roses on a whole bunch of the faces. It's kind of like our Sakura, or the other one, Hanahake sets. And it's very pretty. Show you the D20. Very nice. Good weight. A 7-piece set. Da-da-da. And that is eligible. And then last but definitely not least, a blast from the past, 2003. It's a set of, is it? I'm counting to make sure it's a whole set, because that might be why it was in my box, but it is a whole set. And it's Heartsong. I don't know how long you've been like a fan of Dice Envy, but this was a sub box set in 2023, so 2 years ago now. And it was actually toward the beginning of the year, so 2 and change. And it is an 8-piece set. It is rose gold metal. It has our Pixel Hearts design on the infinity. And then the rest of the dice have this heart, like inset heart with then rose gold number design. And it's filled with a pretty purple enamel. It's very pretty. And what makes it extra special is that there are none of these left. So there are none of these left at the office, I should say. I have been keeping, since I started working at Dice Envy, a physical log of all of our sub-box dice, just so we make sure we don't have any repeats or stuff that's too close to each other. We want to keep like the variety going every year. So other than that special archive set, this is the only remaining, as far as I know, set available. Like, we've even turned the page on the site to like to like off. So you can't even see it on the site anymore, which means we're not going to get it. Like we're not going to do it again. Not in this way anyway. We might do a heart mold again, but it won't be this. So very, very one of a kind. Dice Envy 8-piece set comes with a little pixel heart infinity. It's not like brand new in the bag, but I mean, just because it's been sitting in my box, but no one's really been playing with it. So it's like, it's pretty great. So I think that's a pretty tempting option personally, but I will let you guys decide. So the way we're going to do that, I am just going to scan the chat real quick, make sure there's no questions. Okay. The way we're going to do the giveaway is we are going to roll for the privilege of deciding which set is up for grabs, and then we're going to roll, I will roll to, and we'll do the word and the count, and then I'll pick, or sorry, we'll do based on the roll, we'll count and see who won. All right, so we'll just do this step by step, and hopefully it'll all make sense in the end. If we run into any hiccups, then I will never do this again. All right, so the way to roll, we're just going to do a roll off of a D20, and you can do it in chat. And the way to do that is to type in !D20, and then the bot will tell you what you rolled. And it's a roll off, so anyone who wants the option to pick what the available set is, go ahead and roll a D20. Jay Maloney's trying. I'm hoping that we also get results here. Oh yeah, Nightbot's doing it. We're good. Okay, cool. So Nightbot's keeping track. This is a roll off. You can only roll once, and if you roll more than one time, I'm going to take your first result. And after I see the rolls kind of calm down, I'll go through, and if we have a tie for first place, we'll do a roll off just between those people. So I'll give it a minute, and this gives me some time to drink some pineapple sparkling water. Yum. The last one I'm seeing is Legend Eric. If anybody else... Oh, Maria's in there too? Sure. Yeah, everybody can roll. Because you get to decide what the giveaway is. ATM, you're trying again. Nightbot got you this time, ATM. Sorry about last time. Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of cooldown thing. So like... Friggin' Aki, looks like you might need to try again. Noir Shiro. Oh, is that Shiro from... That's cool. Noir Shiro, you might need to try... Oh, you got it. Noir Shiro. So yeah, guys, make sure that your roll came through, and then I'll go back up and we'll look. Looks like Nightbot did really well with a 19. I'm starting with Jay Maloney. Yeah, Nightbot got a 19, which was great. Bird Dog a 3, Angel a 7, Legend Eric. Not seeing anything higher yet, but if your roll didn't go through the first time, please feel free to re-roll. A 2, Legend Eric. I'm so sorry. 14, 7, 9. Oh, Rivers got a 19. Okay. I feel like we might be good now. So let's get a roll off between Rivers and, who was that? Shoot, I forgot already. Scroll back up and find it. Oh, it's way up. Sorry. I'm like blanking now. Fluffer Nugget. Okay. Mr. Fluffer Nugget and Rivers Oblivion. So we'll do a roll off. So Rivers has got it, and then wait a second, and then go ahead, Mr. Fluffer Nugget, with a roll. Hopefully it comes through. Give it a second. 17. That's hard to beat. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Fluffer Nugget. Is anyone seeing Mr. Fluffer Nugget's result? If not, you might have to try again. Waiting. There we go. A 9. All right. Rivers, you are going to choose which set we are going to give away. So it's Doom Space. This is called Heart Song, or you could just call it the purple and rose gold one. And this is just a rose themed gold set. So go ahead and type in which one you want to be up for grabs, and then we're going to do the drawing for everybody who wants to participate. Heart Song, great choice. I feel like I sold it. Maybe oversold it, but great choice. And the best part about this is that when I keep finding random stuff in my box at work, I will add it to the pool. So we'll keep Doom Space and the Gold Rose set in the giveaway pool, and then we'll just add something new to it next time. All right, so this is for Heart Song. Anyone who wants a chance at winning a free metal set of Heart Song vintage, that's not really vintage, it's old though, exclusive, there you go, it's out of stock, will never be made again by us. You'll never find this combination set again. Go ahead and put in the chat the word heart, because I'm unoriginal. Go ahead and type in heart, and then we'll count the votes, and then we'll roll the die, and then we'll see who won. Go ahead and type in heart if you want a 8-piece metal set. This is also cool because I feel like this is right around, this had to have been like close to the time, is this the first one? I don't know, where we started doing 8-piece sets like predominantly, and like now you will hardly ever see a 7-piece set on our site unless it's like, I don't know, old We Found More kind of thing. But yeah, this is unique, I think, so that's pretty cool too. Okay, I have starting off with Mr. Fluffer Nugget, and so far I see Legend Eric at the end here, so go ahead and type in heart if you want to get in there. If not, I'll start counting. So we've got 1, starting with Mr. Fluffer Nugget, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with Legend Eric. So we're gonna roll a d10, and if we roll a 10, then we will re-roll like it was a crit. All right, here we go. For the Heart Song set, I'm so sorry that I always roll off the camera, but it is a 9. So the last entry, Legend Eric, congratulations. Legend Eric, congratulations. Rivers Oblivion, thank you for helping out. Legend Eric, you know the drill. Email me at rach@diceenvy.com and say, hey, it's Legend Eric, I won Heart Song. And thank you so much, Rivers, for I'm glad that made sense. I'm glad that we did a good job here, and we'll keep this train going. I like this format. So we won't give away a metal set every week, but when we do, it'll be a little bit more class participation, which I think is good, because then you guys get to decide, or one of you does, what's up for grabs. So, okay, I think that's it. That was free dice, and that was the end of my little reminder blurb. So I think that's it. Next week, we will be back, and we will be releasing a very unique and very cool and very sweet offering. So I am excited to show that to you guys pretty soon here. I don't know if it'll be next week, but pretty soon in the next few weeks, we'll get Dave back in here. He wants to talk about balanced dice, and he's even worse about not giving away dice than I am, so there's probably going to be a lot of freebies involved then too. But we'll have a good long chat with Dave, and we'll talk about that balanced dice, but I'll let you guys know when that's coming up when we schedule it. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Stay safe, happy rolling, stay hydrated, stay cool, it's starting to get really hot, and yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. All right, bye everybody.